let's talk about politics in America. We've got a pretty decisive election coming up. And right now it's the middle of September 2020. And it's, of course, a presidential election year. And the way our particular government works is every member of the House of Representatives is also up for re-election. 1/3 of the members of the Senate are up for re-election, including some important ones. And of course, we have the president and that whole thing going on. This is a day after Ruth Bader Ginsburg, who was a liberal justice on the Supreme Court, passed away. Now, say what you want about how quickly we're moving to replace her. I have comments. But I think the core of it is we have become divided intensely as a country. And it's a division based on the us versus them mentality. We can go into a lot of details on when this happened, why it happened, what led up to it, but that doesn't matter. Right now, because of a global pandemic, because we have politicized everything, it's super divisive. And I think the way to get past that is to look at what we want America to be. Nobody talks about that. Politicians will talk to you about their plans to do something, the actions that they want to take. But they're not actually talking about an end goal. So, for example, beyond a very fringe group of neonatalists, nobody is pro-abortion. Either side wants to limit the number of abortions, and you can choose to do this through harsh legislation, through making it illegal to do anything related to it. You can choose to do it by enacting better sex education and better access to contraception. So the Democratic line for a while was, safe and rare abortions. And we have to look at what we actually want to accomplish. And I think both sides want to have fewer of those procedures. So once we decide that, we can start to compare the paths to get there. Likewise, safety drives the gun debate. Everyone wants to feel safer. Some people think that the best safety is to be able to have a gun at your side ready to defend yourself and your family because other people have guns. Another side would like to limit the amount of guns that everybody has, which will make it safer. But the point is, we want to have a safe country. We should be able to agree on that. Likewise, I think everyone understands, and again, apart from a small fringe, but I think most people understand that we need immigration. We need it. We need to get people into this country. We're a country built on diversity, and so we should have immigration, but we disagree on the methods and the paths to do that. So you've got to come together. All sides have to come together and decide the shape of the country that we want by accomplishing those goals. Then we can work on how to get to them. And ideally, we would use science and objective standards to look at it and try to remove as much of our personal bias as we can from the decisions that we make to enact policy. So I would love to see in the comments some broad position, something that you want to shape the country to, and not how to get there, okay? Because this could spark debate, which was great. We can disagree on how to get there. But once we decide what we want to see, once we decide the type of country we want, then we can start working for it. And I really don't think that country, those ideals are that far apart. Even though it looks like it, it seems every day. So let's stop talking about how to get to where we want to go before we decide where we want to go. We spend too much time firing and not enough time aiming, frankly. Now, this is going to be a decisive election. My personal opinion, I want everybody to vote. And I don't necessarily think that you need to vote for the people who I agree with. I want everybody to have access to vote. And that way we can actually know the type of path we should take the country, what the majority of the people want. We can't do that when we close polling places. We can't do that when we put restrictions in place that stop people from voting. And very frankly, if your chance of winning depends on fewer people being given the opportunity to participate, you already know that your position is bad. So let's not worry so much on the position. Let's worry about the course where we want to go. And then we can work together, hopefully using science, logic, reason, and evidence to steer the ship towards that goal. Thank you. This is going to be a rough season. This has been a rough year already. I know I feel it. You guys no doubt feel it as well. But let's remember that, we're probably more alike than we think we are. We're probably more alike than we are different, and appreciate everyone around you. If you've listened to this video, if you've gotten this far, I really appreciate you. And I have had fun with this channel so far. I like the views I'm getting. I want more interaction. I want people to comment on the video so we can spark some discussion. And maybe not necessarily this one, but give me your opinions on things. And let's talk about it. Thank you very much. I appreciate you all, and have a great day.